pre-show meeting is any indication, this is going to be a 6-hour show. Everyone's got a lot to say.
We have a lot of depth.
Lots of content.
A lot of depth on our roster.
A lot of depth, and shockingly, we will begin with the basketball guys. Shockingly. And then we'll slide him out of the frame and we'll get to business. Let's go to the NBA. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs visiting to Golden State to take on the Warriors. No Steph Curry. This one should be easy business, but it wasn't. We're going to pick it up in the third. Spurs trailing by 13. Wemby with the tap in here over Draymond Green, who was right in his pocket. Following that, Draymond Green on the inside, one time. Gets the foul over Wemby. The Warriors would lead by as many as 16 in this game, which is important because here we go. Halfway through the third, Devin Vassell drops it off for Keldon Johnson. Dylan Harper now pushing the pace.
Oh, good pass.
There you go.
No,
here come the Spurs. Trailing by 7. On top of that,
good hands.
Look at this. Take it on the defensive side. Will you one time?
Hockey assist. That's what you love. Spurs playing their Spurs style of basketball.
All right. Fourth quarter we go. Spurs have still not led in this game.
That's good defense.
Flush.
That's really good defense.
Harrison Barnes, the former Warrior. And then one time Wemby again. How do you defend that?
You don't. That's a high percentage pass.
Spurs are going to continue.
Give me that.
There's the block.
At the peak.
Let's go the other way.
Low ceilings.
Harper up the court. He's going to push it right past Draymond Green for the layup.
Okay,
Spurs are going to be up 7.
This is really bad defense, Jay.
Horrible defense. Get a hand up, Al.
No.
And then a little bit of Wemby from the range. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Spurs go on to win by 13. Last night's game, Wemby's 21st game with 25-plus points this season, matching his total from last year. It's also one shy of tying the most in a season in his career. Spurs have now won 6 in a row, their second longest win streak of the season. So we're here, Alan Hahn, Jay Williams. Hahn, I want to start with you.
Yeah.
Wemby continuing to ascend. Best way to describe what you're watching on a nightly basis from a 7'6" player?
His availability to me is the most remarkable thing that we've seen this season. It has always been something that people were concerned about when he came into the league because of his frame. But if he's available as much as he is this season, he's also a guy that's all about it, wants the smoke. This, to me, is why he's going to be a generational player. It goes beyond the size and all that stuff that we already know is remarkable, and we're going to see some highlights that we've never seen a human do in the NBA. But for Wemby, if he can stay available for his team as much as he has this season over the course of the next X amount of years, then he's going to be an all-time great because he's got the entire package to do it. And, Jay, he wants all the smoke.
You know, if anybody can speak about what it's like about a guy who's 7'6", it's the guy that got drafted second behind a guy who was 7'6", Yao Ming, okay? Just let me tell you, like, he is a systems error. I really feel this way. The game of basketball has never, in the history of the game, seen a unique player like him at 7'6", dribbling the ball like Kevin Durant on the perimeter, shooting the ball like Steph Curry from deep. Like, he's the most unstoppable asset there is in the league. Now, the question, like Hans said, is health. Can we see a player of this size and this durability and dexterity? It's the morning. I need my early morning coffee. Can we see it sustain over a longer period of time? That's what we're looking for because there's no doubt about it. Like their sides, what they have as a team, like they were prone to beat Oklahoma City.
Let's drill down on that for a moment because Oklahoma City last year with that run, there was the D word, right? We start talking dynasty before they even got the first one. Now all of a sudden, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the biggest threat?
This is absolutely the biggest threat. It certainly is. If I'm Mark Daigneault, like I'm not sleeping tonight because this team exists, because Victor Wembanyama exists. And again, he wants to smoke with them. He's talking trash to them. He's letting them know I'm here. That's why last year's championship for Oklahoma City was so important because you got to get that one. And we started talking dynasty in Oklahoma City without realizing that that monster is right there in the same conference, not too far away in Texas. And he's not going anywhere. So if you don't get that one, you might not have gotten one. That's the thing to keep an eye on with those two teams.
I know their stock is rising, and I know they are coming. There's no doubt about it. But I can't say that they're the biggest threat. I have to say that Denver still is in my
Jay, have
opinion.
you seen them play against each other?
Yes, I watch it during the regular
They
season.
beat them twice in a week's time.
I tell you, I don't care about the regular season.
Playoff experience.
I don't care about the
All right.
regular season. I don't
get
think
it.
a lot of times the regular season is an indication of what happens in the playoffs.
All right, nicely done. Nice start, you two. It's been a while since we've
I got out
seen you.
Great dexterity.
Yeah,
Dexterity, yeah. I can work
It's not
on
going to
that.
be perfect. Wemby has the
warm
sixth
up.
shortest odds, by the way, to win the MVP award this season at plus 600. He trails only reigning MVP, SGA, former MVP Nikola Jokic.
Suspension for those involved in the Pistons-Hornets brawl Monday. Detroit's Isaiah Stewart earned 7 games for leaving the bench, plus his history of unsportsmanlike acts. Starting center Jalen Duren got 2 games for initiating the altercation. On the Hornets side, Miles Bridges and Musa Diabate both getting hit with 4 games. Oh, speaking of the Pistons, without a couple of those big men taking on the Raptors, that means Paul Reed getting the start. And B-Ball Paul's got game. If you don't know B-Ball Paul, he can hoop. Early in the first, Reed gives it to Cade Cunningham, who drills the triple. A few minutes later, Ausar Thompson with the James Harden-like behind-the-back bounce pass, too. Paul Reed for the flush. Reed had 16 points in the first quarter. Pistons were up 10 after 1. In the second, Cunningham got it going from downtown. Here's his spot. Bangs that triple. Next possession, almost the exact same spot. Bangs another one. And then the next possession, slightly off where he was, but essentially the same
We're going to
area.
call it his spot. We're going to just call it his
That's
spot.
the Cunningham spot right there. 3 straight threes. Pistons were up big at the half. Early third, Cunningham still wet from downtown. He was 6 of 11 from deep. Pistons up by 18 at that point. Jamal Shed, his pass deflected by B-Ball Paul, taken by Cade ahead to Tobias Harris for the flush. Cunningham at 28, 7, and 9. Pistons win easy, 113-95.
How about the Knicks facing the Sixers?
How about him?
Both teams' final game before the All-Star break. Yeah, how about it? No Joel Embiid. Out with knee injury management. First quarter, Knicks up by 10. Josh Hart finds Mikal Bridges for the slam. Great pass by Hart finds Bridges, who finishes with a dunk right there. Knicks up early. Later on in the first, Hart comes up with the steal. Finds Mikal Bridges again in transition. Easy layup on the other end. 22 points for him in this one. And New York would continue to pour it on. Cat beyond the arc. The 3 is good. Jalen Brunson, he loves it. Cat with 21 points and 11 rebounds. Downs finds Jose Alvarado, New York's newest acquisition. The kid from Brooklyn, showing you how he gets down. About 30 seconds left in the half. Off the miss, Mitchell Robinson grabs the offensive rebound. Ball swings to Jalen Brunson. Come on, splashes a 3. 24 assists in the first half, their most in any half in the play-by-play era.
Wow.
New York just pouring it on, a 30-point lead going into that third quarter. Let's take it to the third quarter. Bridges finds Towns, throws it down over Tyrese Maxey. Knicks just facing no resistance here. Tyler, are you looking? Can you see? Come on.
I'm still thinking about their last game.
You know what? You got to just leave it alone. How's Alvarado getting the ball back right there? Splashes a 3. Knicks fans going
What a fit with
crazy.
Knicks, Alvarado.
Yeah, no, just a
Perfect.
great fit. Knicks win it 138-89. And speaking of Jose Alvarado with a monster night off the bench, in just his third game with the Knicks, he had 26 points with 8 threes made and 5 steals. He was the second player since steals started back tracked in 1973 with 8 threes and 5 steals in a game off the bench. Dante DiVincenzo also did so for the Timberwolves last season.
Former Knick. Cooper Flagg going to be out through the All-Star break after an MRI revealed the Mavs rookie has a left mid-foot sprain. He is expected to return immediately after the All-Star break. Right now, he's the current favorite to win the Rookie of the Year. He's averaging 20 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists per game as a 19-year-old rookie.
The Clippers rebounded from a Tuesday loss to the Rockets last night, taking Houston down 105-102. Kawhi Leonard exploded in the fourth quarter, putting up 19 points. LA improved their record to 20-7 since December 20th, the best record in the NBA over that span. Meanwhile, Houston committed 21 turnovers, which LA turned into 23 points. Anscape senior writer David Dennis Jr. joins us right now. And Double D, Kawhi Leonard exploded in that fourth quarter, 19 points. What's impressed you most about Kawhi Leonard in the first half of this season?
It's really just the way he's moving. He looks like healthy Kawhi. This even looks healthier than the Kawhi we saw in Toronto. This is like Spurs prime Kawhi Leonard. He's got 33 straight 20-point games. And since that December 20th, when they were at the bottom of the league, he's been third in scoring, second in steals, and it's hard to imagine 5 better players in the league than Kawhi Leonard right now. Most importantly, I talked about his movement. Look at the way he's moving. He's mixing dudes up there, doing crossovers, and looks as spry as ever. But of course, in the most Clippers way possible. This is actually kind of sad because the Clippers, they had Paul George, they had James Harden, they had all that stuff just waiting for Kawhi Leonard to get healthy. As soon as all them dudes leave, he's healthy again. Looks like he's a guy that could have carried that team to the finals.
Of course, that's exactly when he gets healthy, when everyone is gone from that team. We're just about halfway through the season, so let's get through some midterm grades. Starting with that Clippers team, what's the grade that you would give them at this point in the season?
So for that Clipper squad, I would probably say so far, I would give them a C- for the way that they started, but an A for the way that they've gone forward. But the team that they beat, the Rockets, I would have to give them a C for the way that they've done all season. Look, I understand that they've had injuries. Fred VanVleet has been out. They've lost Steven Adams in the last few weeks. But still, since January 1st, they've been a bottom 5 in offense. Their assist-to-turnover ratio is not good, and the vibes are just bad there. They were barking at Alperen Sengun. Ime Udoka's talking about his defense. They need to do something to fix it. They want to be actual Western Conference contenders. Now, Detroit Pistons, they are an A+. They were supposed to be scrappy underdogs coming into this season like they were last year, but they have been dominant in the East, smacking the Knicks around by 30 points every time they played them. They've had a top defense. They're only a game or so behind OKC for top in the league. Cade Cunningham is an all-NBA MVP type guy. Duren is an all-star. They can just stop fighting folks and stay on the court. They'll be fine. Amina, now it's your Knicks. They're getting a B. Okay, they've had an uneven season. Sometimes they'll lose 8 out of 10. Sometimes they'll win 9 out of 10. But in the last 10 games, they've had a top defense, which is going to be something that they need to sustain them. Karl Anthony Towns was on the trading block earlier in the season, it seemed. They had all the Giannis talk. Now everybody seems focused and ready to try to make a run at a championship. As of late, if I do just the last 10 games, I would say an A. But overall on the season, I got to give the Knicks a B.
Look, I'm not mad at a B grade right there for my New York Knicks. However, who's the team to beat, though, in the East right now?
Right now, it's Detroit. Detroit is the team to beat. I mean, they're 5.5 games above everybody, and until proven that they are going to lose to these teams, it's got to be Detroit. Now, the East still is wide open come playoff time, but right now, Detroit is above everybody else.
No, Detroit is definitely running away with it. You didn't have to throw in there, though, that they've been knocking around the Knicks. I didn't like how you did that, David. Dennis Jr. with the latest. Thanks so much. All right, NBA All